Sorry, I am trying to get some stuff set up here, and it is not wanting to cooperate very well right now. No, I don't want that. Okay. Let's wait till a few people get in here and we can get this started. How is everybody doing today? Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I did. Mine was so nice and quiet. It was absolutely amazing. I love quiet days. I won't get together with my family until Sunday. No, that's not what I wanted. Get off of there. It's amazing how you get one thing to go one way and something else to go another way, but never what you want to do. Hello, Anastasia, love. Oh my goodness. Happy Boxing Day. Yeah, I guess it would be Boxing Day. Oh my goodness. I don't really watch boxing, so I can't say as I really pay a whole lot of attention to that. So, well, thank you very much. You always look beautiful, girl. I'll tell you, you are an incredible, incredible lady. And it has truly been my pleasure to get to know you. You are such a blessing. Trying to get my not sure. It's just not doing what I want it to here. Sorry. Does your computers or phones, anything, ever do what you want them to do? Mine never do. Ideal Aline, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Wait for a few more people to come in, and then we'll finish up our cutting boards here and kind of show you what few other things that I did while I used some resin that I kind of messed up on a little bit. So just to get that used up so it's not being wasted. Whenever I went to pour the second one, I did a wrong color, so had to use it for something. Definitely did not want to just throw it in the trash because this stuff's a little bit too expensive to be throwing in the trash. I definitely have to visit my sweet river girl today when she goes live. Hopefully I catch that. I kept trying to catch her yesterday and kept missing it, so yeah, I'm really hoping to be able to catch that today. I think they said that she's going to go live this evening about 7, I think they said. So I am truly hoping to be able to catch that. Oh my goodness. I was hoping I've got my laptop running at the same time and was kind of hoping that I would be able to pull my live up on that, so it'd be a little easier for me to read comments. While you guys look down from this one, I can see comments and stuff here, but apparently I'm not tech savvy enough for all of that. So I am still learning, still learning. Apparently I don't follow myself on YouTube. Debajadas 6797, how are you? I hope I pronounced that right. Forgive me, because I am terrible with pronouncing names. So, yeah, how was your day yesterday? And anybody do anything interesting yesterday? Good. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. So, here, let me see if I can go like this. I don't have my good holder up here, so yeah. My tripod. So I am still trying to figure everything out. What's the best way to do everything? Oh, we always thank God for everything. That's me and my husband thank God for everything we have in our lives every day. Because I know we wouldn't even be together if it wasn't for him. Did you do some chopping yesterday, Anna? Yes, of course. Did you protect your thumb? Your poor thumbs take a beating sometimes. There you go. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you guys these. This is what I did with some of the extra resin that I had the other day, because I meant to do, I don't know what I was thinking, but for the second cutting board, I wanted it more of a pink color because of the flowers that were in it. And for some reason, I had the purple out. And yeah, purple really does not make a very good pink color. So I did a bunch of earrings. There's a set of earrings. Then I just have to put the earring things on. I love these because it already has the hole in it. So it makes it so much easier. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it has a little tab up here at the top. See that little tabby right there? And so yeah, whenever you pour this, as long as you don't over pour it and cover that up, then you automatically have the holes in it for the earrings. So it does make it nicer. Sorry about that. I wish there was a way of turning off the ability for people to call me when I go live, but being that I'm doing that on my telephone, there's really no way for me to shut that off. So yeah, I just had a lot of extra, so here's another pair that I did. And I did this set, just using up all that purple, and did some teardrops. Now some of these, well, most of these are pretty good. But sometimes when you pull your resin out of a mold, your upper edges will be a little bit sharp. And so it's always good to have a small piece of sandpaper or something that you can kind of sand those edges down. But it's, if you're really gentle with it, you shouldn't have to retouch it or anything. But if you do have to retouch it, it's always good to have, I have UV resin that I use, which is a lot quicker for touching things up when you make mistakes. And I'll show you this here too, is another thing I did. This is just a jewelry bowl whenever you put it together. Some of these are really, really fun trying to get them out. So this would be the top of it, sits on the top of the dish. That's the good thing about these molds, is most of the time your resin comes out of it, or sometimes if you get little spillover like I do at times, it does clean up very easily. Usually just peels right off. Some of these you have to really work them pretty good to get them free of the mold, but you want to be careful because you don't want to tear your mold either. There we go. And then once you get that out of there, then you want to put your mold back the way it belongs. So there's the bottom part of it. I don't know why that one looks a little bit wonky, don't it? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It does look a little bit wonky there. No Kevin over here. Most of my molds I get on either Amazon or get at Hobby Lobby. Is an awesome place to get your molds. You can usually get them at pretty reasonable price. I love watching for sales. Sales are always wonderful, obviously. But then that's the bottom part of it. See, the bottom has kind of a little lip on it there. And then they'll just fit together. They're supposed to fit together. See, like that. Just fit together. And oh, thank goodness this stuff is pretty resilient. And then that will be glued on the top like that. So once once you get the handle part glued on, then you've just got a little dish. You can use it for jewelry or whatever you want to use it for. I have to kind of work with this one a little bit. The bottom part, I don't know why no, actually that would be the top, kind of oblonged on me there. Now sometimes, like I have a heating gun that I use. I won't do it right now, but a heating gun, if you put that on this for a while, it'll heat that resin back up and soften it, and sometimes you can reshape it if something's a little bit out of whack or something. If you just heat that back up, like this one, this part here, the first part I undid, seems to be more oblong than round like it was supposed to be. Which you have that sometimes. I don't know why it was all same level, so not sure what happened with that, but things like that happen. So okay, well, let's go ahead and undo these here, the cutting boards that I did the other day, so you guys can see them. This is the dragonfly one that I did. As I said, these will be Christmas gifts for people. Any ideas on how to fix mine? Well, can you let me know what's wrong with yours? What happened to it? So this is the dragonfly one that I did. It's just a cutting board. All of the resin that I use is food safe, so you don't have to worry about putting food on it. It's perfectly fine. It's not going to hurt you in any way. And then do the second one. And this is the one with the butterflies and the flowers. It's got more of a pink color. So that one seems to be okay. The first one I did while it was drying, of course, when you're not here. Hello, Marie. How are you, darling? Great to have you in here. This one here, as it was drying, the leaf kind of came to the top a little bit and poked out. And so that one I will have to touch up just a little bit, because whenever they're cutting things, oh, we got a little spot down here too. And it does that sometimes. This stuff kind of has a mind of its own at times, and that's why they make things to fix stuff like that. Now I have this is my little grinder. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate it. You're always beautiful. Every time I see you, you're always so beautiful. But yeah, this is a 20 grit sandpaper, just a handheld grinder. Sometimes I just use a simple, just piece of sandpaper, fine sandpaper. If I don't really want to do like a big area. This one here, I'll just do this and kind of get along the edges. Like I said, when you remove some of them from their molds, they can have some sharp edges on them. So you really want to sand that down real good and make sure your edges are nice and smooth. The other day, I went to pick up a piece before I sanded it, and got a tiny little sliver of resin in my finger, just like a splinter. So these, Maria, are actually cutting boards that I had poured the other day. They are Christmas gifts yet for people. I did this one with butterflies and flowers. And now, of course, this one's got a few scratches on it from me sanding it. But this one here has dragonflies and just some greenery in it. And then I did 2 of these the other day, just some more ocean themed. They've got kind of a bluish green color. And then the little designs in it have like a holographic effect to them. So they kind of shimmer a little bit whenever you move them around. So, but I was showing them, Maria, I was showing them as well. Hello, Helen, how are you, honey? Great to have you in here. Whenever I went to pour the second one, the pink one, the other day, I mixed the wrong color in my resin, and I actually made it purple instead of pink like I intended it to be. And so I had to use up the purple resin so it didn't go to waste. And so I had poured this. It's like a little container. They fit together. Oh, they fit together. And then this will be glued on the top for a little handle. You can put candy in it or whatever. So, or jewelry. I think it's more intended for a little jewelry box is what it's intended for. So, what's that lizard behind you? I don't believe there's any lizards behind me. I don't keep animals in here except for my dogs, so yeah. Is that a sugar bowl? It could be used for a sugar bowl if that's what you want to use it for, yes. That would be a very beautiful sugar bowl. But like I was showing them, this one here kind of came out a little bit oblong instead of round, like the top part, like it was supposed to. So later on, I will actually use the heating gun to soften that up a little bit. And that way I can just put a little bit of pressure on the sides there and pull it back in, and that will reshape it. This stuff is very, very good with, it's not good for heat, for leaving it lay out in the heat, but it is good to use heat whenever you need to reshape something or fix it in some way. So I love using my heating gun. It's always nice to have the nice little tools that you need for everything. Like I said, right now I'm just kind of sanding down edges, making sure I have no sharp edges, and fixing my little protruding spots. Okay, let me check this one here. It's nice when they come out and you don't have to really fix anything, but that doesn't happen a whole lot, so. Hello, Mrs. G. How are you, honey? How was your Christmas? Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you stopping in. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to grab my paper towels here. Kind of dust everything back off. Hello, Angel. Thank you for coming in. Good to have you in here. Well, Kevin's over there snooping around, seeing what Mommy's brought any treats up. He knows his cookies are usually over in the drawer. And I haven't got any out for him yet. Have to keep treats around for him everywhere I go, so. Haven't seen Be Okay yet. She may be sleeping. I know that poor girl is so tired and just go, go, go all the time, so if she doesn't make it, I'm sure she'll catch the rewind. I don't require her to be in here. I love seeing people in, but I know people have lives, and so it's good to have you all in here. I'm not sure if you guys seen, these were the ones that I did the other day. Yeah. So I did 2 of those, and then I just did, because I had still some more of that purple resin left, I did several pair of earrings as well. Just little things to kind of build up my stock for springtime when they start having their little festivals over here and stuff like that. So yeah. Yep, I have a whole tray of earrings over here that I have to put the little earring hooks and stuff on to get those ready. I have a couple of these are always fun, my little daggers. Yeah. And then I'm doing some guitar earrings, since I love my guitars and instruments. I love them. And then I'm also doing some beautiful fans earrings. So, no, that's not a pen, honey. That's that's a dagger. Yeah. I do a few different ones of those. I do like these here. Just kind of carry them like keychain. So, I've done a few of those. Those are very popular. These will be keychains. I have a bunch of the keychains of these done already. Little puppy paws. Having my Kevin, of course, I had to have puppy stuff. Always got to have puppy stuff. So, and then this is just another extra little mold that I had to use up some extra resin. That one kind of has some sparklies in it, and kind of supposed to have like a holographic effect, but that one's a little bit harder to catch with the light. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff going on right now with all of this, and just trying to get a bunch of stock built up right now. So like I said, whenever they have their festivals in the spring and stuff, then I can set up a table and get going on selling some of this stuff. And I'll kind of go, I want to do some more of the jewelry bowls, or as Anastasia calls it, sugar bowls. I want to do a bunch of those different colors. I used to have one. I don't know that I have brought it up here as of yet. It still may be down in the other room where I used to have my craft room, but I actually did one that it's like different colors, kind of like blues and tans, stuff like that throughout it. Hello, Papa, Papa G. Good to have you in here. So, hoping to do some more of those. I think whenever you swirl the colors together for those, they are so much nicer. I love them. They just really pop. They really stand up. And let's see. I want to do. What's some more stuff I want to do? Oh, I have several. Yeah, Kevin does not like that sound. I had a bunch of these long plastic rods. Okay, Kevin. And I didn't know what to do with them. So Michael, my husband, had this wonderful idea to turn them into walking sticks. And that is our alarm, whatever that siren is. Most towns around here have it. Ours goes off about 11:30. Most towns goes off about noon. I don't know if it's tell you what time it is. I mean, I'm sure most people would rather them not do it, but they have their purpose, I guess. So this one here, my husband had a couple of these things. It was parts off of a Harley Davidson motorcycle. And he said, can you do something with that? So I actually made a walking stick for that. I actually put the rubber ends on it to make it safer so it doesn't slip. So I do those. And then I also have the round ones like this. The bigger ones like this are for gentlemen. And then you have the smaller ones. The ball on the end of it is a little bit smaller for ladies. So, but they do all have the rubber ends on them. So I have quite a number of those made already. I probably won't be able to make a whole lot of those again. I have probably about 15 to 20 of the rods left to turn into walking sticks, but I probably won't be able to do those again until in the spring, where I can set up down in where I had my store, where I had my craft room before, in the little storage building, because it's a lot smaller area. We actually had a board running from side to side, and we would hang these from the ceiling from that board, and then I could just hang it down. I always had like a little table, and then I hang that down into the mold. So that was kind of his idea, which I absolutely loved. I have some more of the records. If you guys seen the unboxing that BOK Media Life did the other day, what I sent her and her husband Aaron for Christmas, I had sent Aaron a clock that I had made out of an old record. And I have a bunch of those to do yet. So yeah, I have just a lot of things going on right now. And then of course I have the other side of my room all set up for a sewing area. And my husband actually had just got a new coat and he didn't like how the hat was. He said the hat's just, when he didn't have the hat on, it was too big and bulky sitting behind him. And so he had me cut the center of the hat open. And so whenever he's not wearing it, it lays flat on his back. And then whenever he puts the hat up, I put a zipper in the center of it so it zips the hat back shut. So, and then of course I'm going to do a lot of these coasters. Looks like a little slab of wood, and I just put a little coaster in the center of it. I'll do like a set of those. That one's not exactly centered because that one's just mine. I really wasn't worried about it being perfect because it's just going to stay here in my room. And then of course I do the little shaker cups. I'm not going to show the sticker that's on the front of it because of the language on it. But I don't make the cup itself, but I do fill it with whatever is in it. I fill that from the bottom here and then put the little cap on it. So those are really simple to do. This is another one I want to do, probably do sometime this coming week. So, Melissa, do you sell the stuff you make? I don't as of yet, but that is the plan. That is why I'm trying to get a lot of stock built up. So whenever they start their craft fairs and different things like that in the town where we live, I can start there just to kind of get a start on seeing what sells the best. And I actually had started a chess set, but then my husband said, well, people around here really don't play chess. So it's mainly kind of set. Let's see, I'll show you here. These are some of the pieces for the chess set that I started. They are black and red for playing chess. And then I had started a chess board as well. Then these little guys, little penguins, I just have to put a little bit of color on them. These are just little things that you sit on your desk, whatever, on your shelf or whatever. So I have some of those made. This one here, I kind of messed up a little bit, but I want to make some more of these as well. Comes with a little stand, and I put some sand and 2 sand dollars in there, and then it comes with the word love, and then those fit together like that. Supposed to fit together. This one didn't turn out very well. Okay, and then you can hang a picture or something from the top of the L. So you got a little picture or something like that hanging in there. So that's another one that I want to do a little bit more of. And then of course I got 1,000,001 seashells, which I love. And so just kind of little trinket things to sit around. I took a little shell from the ocean and just put a little pearl in it and put some resin in there. Just fill that in. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of, my husband says I get too many projects started at one time, which I do. I tend to overdo things a little bit. As soon as I see something else new, my mind runs for it automatically. And Yeah, so sometimes I have to kind of pull myself back and slow down just a little bit. Let me see if I can show you here the other. There's another clock that I did out of the records. That's a beautiful set of dominoes that I did that make the numbers on the clock. So I had a couple sets of dominoes that I did too. And of course, the grandchildren just absolutely love those because they love playing dominoes. The little lanterns, like I made for BOK, I'm doing a bunch of those. Now you guys are going to kind of be witness here because I had got this stuff too. It's an acrylic varnish. I heard you can use it on resin. So we're just going to kind of try this one tiny little area here, and maybe it might help if I actually open it. Do you ever notice that things never quite go the way you want them to? Whenever you need them to go that way? Yeah. Okay. Put a little dab there and we'll see what we get. See if that shines that back up. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, that was just giving that a shot. I'm not tickled about how that turned out. So I will actually clean that up and probably just use my UV resin. The UV resin, this is what I found. This is what I use. I couldn't tell you the name of it. Zuzman, whatever it is, I can't pronounce that. And then you just put that on, and then you have your little UV light like this, and you plug this in and hit it for 60 seconds, 90 seconds, or 150 seconds, depending on how thick or how big your piece is. Some of them need a little bit more time to dry. So yeah, we just kind of play around with things here and there, and but yep, I'll fix that all up and go wash that off. I'd have to take it down the hallway to the bathroom because I am upstairs at the Chamber of Commerce in here. And yeah, so I have to use their restrooms. I don't have a sink in here. It's one of the few things I don't have, which is okay. I'm truly blessed just to be able to have this room. So yeah, anybody got any questions, or would you like to know anything? Anything. Yeah, you guys can see my little thing over here. That is just full of stuff that I need to make into either keychains or earrings, either one. So I need to finish a lot of those up. I actually also have guitar picks this is the room where you sell all this. No, this is the room where I make all of this. I will actually sell it. Maybe someday if I ever get like an online store or something, it would be run from up here. But most of the stuff that I sell for now will be at whenever they start uh, craft fairs and stuff like that in town. If I ever decide I could, that's actually a good idea, Anna. I could actually set up a little table in the party tent and sell the stuff. That might be a good idea. Put it a little bit closer to home, huh? So, but no, I'm kind of back off the road a little bit in our town. So, you just kind of be winging it, really. Trying to set up something back there unless I could get another sign made to stick out by the road or whatever. But there's a lot of businesses in front of us. So, yeah, just play around with a lot of things. And there's a few things that I've tried I thought were really fascinating. And whenever I tried them, they didn't work out very well for me. I know some people, you whenever it comes to craft stuff, you really just got to kind of find your niche, I guess, and kind of go with that. Whenever I've done a lot of different, I've painted bowling pins, bowling balls, because we have a bowling alley right in front of our place, kind of catty corner from us, and they can only use bowling pins for so long, and then they throw boxes of them in the trash. And what's the saying? One man's trash is another man's treasure. So we got a bunch of them out, and I kind of started painting them, and I found out that trying to put designs on round objects is not the easiest thing in the world. So that really didn't hold my attention for very long. And like if you watch some of my other videos, the candy dishes that I've done, I don't mind doing things like that. Those are kind of nice to do stuff like that. I love doing the jewelry and stuff as well. I have, let's see if you can see it up here. I have quite the collection. All those containers on top are different beads and jewels and different things like that I can do stuff with. So I have quite a number of those. And yeah. Not sure if you guys seen these the other day. These are a couple other, I want to do a few more of these here. Just little things that just sit on your desk or sit on a little light of some kind or something like that. So, and that's all, those are all nice to make too. Those take a little bit of time because the way I color a lot of that stuff, for example, the bird, with the mold that you use, I take mica powder and a very tiny paintbrush. Yes, I made this. And you have to stick it down in the mold and get it all inside there without making a huge mess, and which is very difficult to do because mica powder is a natural thing. They get it out of nature somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly it comes from, but they use it a lot in like makeups, and if you wear makeup, almost guarantee it's got mica powder in it, and just different things like that to color things. And I like using those in alcohol inks But to color things like this, uh, you just, I'm not even sure where that mold went to exactly. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is the mold that you use. Okay. And it sits upside down. And then you take, like I said, you take your mica powder and a little tiny paintbrush, and you got to get down in there and get that color in the areas that you want it, and keep the colors separate without it flying all over the place, because one tiny little sneeze or cough or moving your brush the wrong way and it's going everywhere. So yeah, you have to be really careful, but having alcohol, of course, I have my bottle of alcohol, 90%, for my bubbles and stuff on my pieces, but that also cleans stuff like that up very, very nice. So, yeah, I have an entire drawer full of different molds and stuff. So, yeah, and then once you pour your resin into that mold, once it's drying, it'll just pick all that mica powder up into the resin. And that's where you get your color from. So, that's like whenever I did BOK's tray that I made her for her birthday, I had put color in it, and I had put the glitter in it, and I know she hates glitter, but I knew it wasn't going to get on her because it was trapped in the resin, so I knew it wasn't going nowhere, so she was safe. So, but yeah, once it's in there, this stuff is extremely hard. It's not going anywhere. I don't know how much pressure it would take to break something like this, but yeah, that is very hard, and I've dropped things on the floor already. It's not going to break that easy. So it would really take a lot of pressure to break a piece of resin, especially if it's got any kind of thickness to it at all or anything. Yeah, it's going to take a good amount of pressure to break anything like that. Especially pieces like this. Yeah, that would be, I don't know what, you would almost have to use a sledgehammer to break something like that. So they are very sturdy pieces. Like I said, I think I had talked before, this is one I haven't even taken it out of the plastic yet. As you can see, it is a very large mold. And that is actually one for a small table or a tray of some kind. You can order online. You can order, sorry about all the crinkling. You can order legs for a table. Can you read my chat? Yes, I can read your chat. I was complimenting that you're cute. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, the table is something a little bit farther down the line. I want to kind of get a little bit better at this stuff, kind of perfecting things. I'm a little harsh on myself with how things look and how things turn out sometimes. So, having fun at the moment? Well, yeah, I'm having fun, or I wouldn't be doing this. Are you having some fun too today? How was your Christmas? How was your Christmas? Did you have a nice Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? Did you do anything interesting? Oh, God bless. Oh, you have just become one of my new best friends. How are you enjoying your 30s? I wish I was in my 30s. I haven't seen my 30s in over 20 years. So, yeah, I am 55 and a half. I am not one of those women that are ashamed of my age. I actually brag about it. Um, so I've fought long and hard to get to the older stage of life. It's better than the alternative. Well, thank you very much. You didn't do anything this week, but guess I found a really good human today. Aw, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I try to be good. I try to be good. I've got a good puppy and a good husband that makes life good for me, so it's pretty easy. Makes it pretty easy to be a good person when you're happy. So yes, I just kind of wanted to share with you guys. I told you I would show you guys unmolding these, and I am going to probably use some of my UV resin to touch this up a little bit where I sanded that. To me, that's just so much easier to do because then I can just stick the light over top of it and fix that within a matter of minutes and get that to the ladies downstairs. Got something rattling around in there. Might end up having to get me another one of those. So, well, thank you very much. I try to be as interesting as possible. I don't want people to be on here and be bored. I know sometimes I can just rattle off things, and I am a gabber sometimes, so tell me something unique about myself. Ah, I I don't really know that I have anything unique about me. Um, I've come from a kind of a harder life, and um, just decided to walk away and make a better life for myself. And I've had help from my husband to do that. He has made it very easy for me to have a beautiful life now. Yes, I came from a harder life. Yeah. Uh, the vast majority of my life was hard up until I hit 50 years old. Um, I was just about 50 when I met my husband now, and he has completely turned my whole life around. And that's why I tell him all the time that he's my hero. One of his first questions to me when we met was, "What do you want to do with your life?" And kind of took me back a little bit because nobody in my life ever asked me what I wanted to do with my life, so I never really gave it much thought. So, yes, I am 55 and a half years old. So, I will be 60 in July. I was born in 1970. Yeah. I have 5 children of my own who are all adults. And I have, between me and my husband, I have 23 and counting grandchildren. Through my husband, I am actually a great grandmother. So I'm pretty proud of that. Not too bad for a great grandma, huh? So just keep going in life, and keep trying to make the best of everything you can do. My kids are doing really well. Um, yeah, they all have their lives and all work their jobs, and yeah. Um, I try to be there as much as I can. I'm pretty close with my two girls, and I talk with them. My youngest daughter, I talk with her a couple times a week. My oldest daughter, I talk to her almost every day. So you never know which one of your children um, is going to need mom a little bit more. So whoever needs mom, mom's there. Thank you, Anastasia. I really appreciate that. I try to be as good of a person as I can. So I always remember where I came from, no matter how good my life gets. I always remember where I came from and what I've been through. So it's a little easier for me to see people when they're going through hard times. I can see things, and I have gifts of a sort uh, that helps me to see things a little bit more clearly with people. Cooking is not really one of my high points. So that is why my wonderful husband is a wonderful cook, and he does most of the cooking. So yeah, I can make a few things that he's made. I've watched him. We do a lot of our cooking together, and then there's other times that he can be cooking something. He cooks me breakfast almost every single morning, and I'm usually told not to enter the kitchen so I can be surprised with whatever wonderful plate of food that he brings me. Most times it's way more than I can eat, but he always says, I want to make sure you have plenty. So yes, I weighed about 119 pounds 6 years ago when I met my husband. And I am nowhere close to 119 pounds anymore. Uh, and that is all from amazing food that he has cooked every single day. And yeah, some of our most fun times is cooking together in the kitchen. We work very well together. I always say that's my best friend in the whole world, and we enjoy our time together. Even quiet times, we can sit quietly together, and it's peaceful. In 6 years that we've been together, we've never had a fight, never had an argument. We've disagreed on a few things, but we just take our time and talk it out, and we work through it. So we have a great deal of respect for each other. Yeah, the husband that I have now, I met when I was almost 50. Almost 50. Uh, 3 months from being 50 is when I met my husband that I am with now. My first husband I was married to for 30 years, and he was a very evil person and abused me and my children horribly. Not to get into negative things, so I really don't want to get into the whole sad story about anything. So my life's not like that anymore, and so I'm going to get a husband, Melissa. You're going to get a husband? There you go. You know what I did? I stopped looking for a husband, and God brought me exactly who I needed. Yeah, so, that's, if you guys go back, that's the story that I told about angel feather that I found just a couple months before I actually met my husband. And I always tell him that God gave me my own version of the angel Michael. And I have him with me every single day. And I always say that we have a saying in our house: if a man expects a woman to be an angel in his life, he must first show her heaven. And my husband Michael shows me a touch of heaven every single day. And I am truly blessed by that. And my life couldn't be better. It is an absolute, I wake up smiling. There's times that me and him both are very terrible sleepers. And so we will wake up several times in the evenings or during the night. And there's times that he will be up for a while and I'm still sleeping, and he comes in and wakes me up because he's missed me and would like me to come out there and sit with him. So I get up and I have a cup of coffee with him, and eventually we go back in and go back to sleep. Thank goodness coffee does not bother me sleeping. And so I usually have a cup of coffee just before I go to bed at night. If I don't have my coffee in the evenings, a lot of times I have a lot of trouble going to sleep. So caffeine just has the opposite effect on me that it does most people. So I have my cup of coffee, and my husband found out when we first met that I was not a morning person then. And I used to tell him I did not really care much for morning people. And until I had a few cups of coffee in me, I was not a very nice person to be around. So one of the first things he did was put a coffee bar in our house. So I have coffee right there at my disposal at all times. And we kind of joked that it was safer for everybody involved that way. So we kind of joke about that. But yes, I absolutely love my coffee bar. And I said, right now we are looking for a bigger house because we live in a very tiny one-bedroom apartment right now. And we are very quickly we have outgrown it and then some. That's why he has a storage area. I have 2 storage areas because of the amount of things that we hang on to. I don't like to call us hoarders, I call us collectors, simply due to the fact that the vast majority of stuff that we hang on to is things that we say, someday you never know that you might need this. And there's things that we have that we completely forgot we have, and somewhere along the line we have actually needed that. So it is good sometimes to hang on to things, but in doing so, we have completely outgrown our house. So we do need to find a bigger place. So that is kind of what we are praying for right now. And we know in God's time, He will find the perfect place for us. Hello, Liz. Wonderful to have you in here, sweetheart. Good to see you. How is your day, honey? How are you doing? So, yeah, we are hoping to find a place with an outbuilding or a garage. That way he has his little guy shack, his little place to put his motorcycle and his tools and all his guy stuff, and hopefully a nice finished basement or an extra bedroom, something like that I can have my craft room down there. Would be absolutely phenomenal. But the way prices are with things. Um, let's see, Melissa, I'm walking out, sweet, and happy to be here today. You have encouraged me, and may God fulfill your heart desire. Thank you, Anna. I love you so much, sweetheart, and you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here. So, yeah, so that's kind of where life is going right now. Like I said, I've got a million and one things with this craft stuff that I am doing. This will be basically what I spend my winter months doing, and yeah, so I've got a lot to do before springtime. Here, I'll show you. I'm not sure if you guys have seen these here. These are some more of the key rings that I do. They're just like little flowers. They're more for the ladies. So just little keychains. I just do different colors. So just make little, I always thought these were very pretty. Very nice for around here. The little girls, teenage girls and stuff seem to really like things like that, hanging on their key rings. So that's why I thought those were a really good idea to do a bunch of those. I have a little stand over here that I hang everything on whenever I get things done up and finished. And so yeah, that will be my next little while of time, is finish these up today and get a lot of these done, so I can get them packaged up. I love the I had actually ordered this on Amazon. This is another pair of earrings I did. A little bit harder to see. Same design as this. But I found a little package just like this, and it's got the little backer board with the hole in it that you can put the earrings in, and that way whenever you sell them, they are already packaged up and look a little bit nicer, look a little bit more professional. So yeah, I've got a few things coming to be able to package stuff. Hopefully be able to put M&M Crafts on it, because that's kind of the business name that I am going for right now. So yeah, that's where my life is at right now, and it's a very busy life. Yeah. So I am going to go ahead and end this. I've got a puppy that is getting a little bit restless, and he's probably got to go outside and go potty. And I don't need him doing that up here. So I am going to jump off of here for now and let you all go. And you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for taking your time to be here. And just remember, if you can't see the sunshine, be the sunshine. You guys have a great day.